Welcome to RISKSA TV. This is the first day of the 2015 Momentum Risk Summit. With me is Stephen van Niekerk, head of Momentum Myriad. Stephen, firstly, tell us a little bit about the Risk Summit. It's in its second year now. Who is the audience today? And what are some of the key goals for Momentum in putting together the program?
Great, thanks. Obviously, the audience today is a wide range of financial advisors, independent advisors who are passionate about risk business, and it really ties into Momentum's goal of improving financial wellness to consumers and South Africans out there. So when you think about risk business, it really forms the cornerstone of financial wellness, and so we specifically deal and talk around issues relating to life cover, disability, critical illness, and the things that affect it, longevity, for example, and changes in technology. So advisors come here to learn more about the risk industry and also gear themselves up for the year ahead and how they can improve the financial wellness of their clients.
You shared with us yesterday evening some of the statistics from 2014 for Momentum Myriad. Could you share some of the highlights from those statistics and what sort of trends they speak to?
I think firstly it's just always great to look at the number and realize as a life insurance industry what the relevance of the life insurance industry. So our claim amounts from a Momentum retail point of view, close to just over 2.7 billion rand. We pay it out across all life, income protection, disability and critical illness benefits. And if you add some of the other players in the market to that, you easily get to a number over 10 billion for the last year. And if you dig a little bit deeper in it, they're always big numbers, but if you drill down a little bit, you find that mortality improvements, you can see mortality improvements come through in the market. But then we know that as people live longer, they're actually more likely then over time to become critically ill or suffer disability. So we see quite an increase in critical illness claim and disability claims, which speaks very nicely to the role of those benefits. You might live longer, but you need to be protected against other things than just life cover. So it's very good for us to see that more clients are actually buying these benefits, financial advisors putting it in place, and now when you look at claims that you actually see that delivering on what the plan was.
You also shared with us the insight that in South Africa about 40% of the population doesn't currently have any kind of risk cover. What can financial advisors do to improve the value proposition on those products and to change the scenario?
Yeah, so when you look at the insurance, almost the gap, I often speak about the gap. That FinScope survey was across the South African population, finding that 40% of South Africans don't have any risk protection. And then often one thinks that in the affluent market that will be different because you have advisors that operate in there. But even there, when you look at something like the True South Actuaries and Consultants survey, or gap study, you find that there is a significant gap in the upper end of the market. With affluent customers, they quantify an average gap of life cover of 1.9 million rand and an average per person gap on disability of 3.8 million. So, obviously there's lots of opportunity and for advisors to position things other than just life cover. So big demand for disability gap, big demand for critical illness cover, and the difference is that those products are more complex and that they rely on financial advice. They rely on somebody including that as part of an holistic plan and understanding how much cover somebody needs. And you cannot just consider risk cover in isolation. You always can also consider things like savings planning. So with longevity changing, clients will have pressure on their disposable income or pressure when they consume their savings one day, and the last thing you want at that point in time for a risk event to actually further threaten that. So risk protection and savings planning go hand in hand, and once again that's the domain of a proper financial planner to explain that to clients.
Brilliant. Thank you very, very much for joining us, Stephen, and we're looking forward to today.